Okay, so today let me share a few things I discovered while playing excruciatingly slowly through my first Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. At the time I'm writing this, I have just cleared the Goblin Camp after 23 hours and 48 minutes, and I still need to take care of the hag and do some exploring before I move on to the Underdark. I'll be making more of these videos and others, so sub to the channel so you don't miss those in the future. First is a trick with small openings. If you're not playing with a small character and find yourself too big to crawl through a passage, you can use Disguise Self to disguise yourself as a smaller race, and you'll be able to get through the passage without using a potion or a spell slot. For free casts of Disguise Self, I only know about the Mask of the Shapeshifter from the Deluxe Edition that provides this benefit. Any other item might require a short rest before it can be used again. I don't have those items memorized, so I'm just waiting for the wiki to be updated. Second is much more tedious, but it might be really important later on in the game. Read the books, letters, and notes you come across as you go along. I've run into a few cutscenes that mention things I've read about in books, and it makes me wonder if there's going to be something very important later on that I'll only be able to manage to deal with because of something I read earlier. I won't know until later, and maybe it's just a waste of time or just small things like this moment. It makes me want to read everything, no matter how mundane it might be. Maybe I'll also just collect all of the books in a series or the various series, just to see if I can. Third, use your magic pockets efficiently. I recently obtained an old wooden statue that the druids weren't using, but I needed a quick way to escape before they found me. So I had Will pick up the statue and move to the Blighted Village. When my main character was done playing for the local druids, I went to go visit Maul. Rather than wait for Will to bring it back, possibly being caught by the druids, I just moved it from his inventory to mine and finished the quest to get a nice shiny item. This shared bag system makes it easier to carry items and ingredients you need while removing the need to swap characters to pick things up if you get weighed down from all the junk you've been picking up. You can give all of your alchemy ingredients and items to a party member and extract everything once in a while, then just move the results back to the mule and move on with your life. If you do ever need to make a potion, you can do it without pulling the ingredients from your mule's inventory. In the case of my character, the one I'm running right now, this applies to thieves' tools as well. I put them all on my mule, and when I click something I want to lockpick, I still have access to all of the lockpicks as if I have them in my own inventory. Obviously, if you want to have quick access to an item and you put it in your bar, it has to be in your inventory. But at least you'll only need to carry the essentials and fill your mules with bags to organize your junk. And speaking of organizing your junk, fourth is that you can select multiple items and move them all as one unit. You can just click one item, hold shift, and then click the last item in that inventory bag, and then you can move them all to wherever it is that you want to send them. Maybe you're swapping them in between bags and such. You can also use Control to select multiple items that aren't next to each other. I like to simply pick up all of the camp supplies and then just dump them all in a camp supply bag at camp so the visual clutter is minimized. But now that I discovered this trick, I don't have to move everything over one by one. I'll be using this extensively to manage all of the books and notes I'm collecting, so I guess I can look forward to that. The fifth trick has to do with the traders. If you're like me and you bribe traders with stuff to make them like you, you'll find that the trader won't actually like your companions as much. Your favorability isn't universal, so you'll find yourself leaving the vendor to move stuff from one inventory to another, or doing so ahead of time, and then going back in to trade it all in order to get the best deal from the vendor that likes you. However, you can click at the bottom to select a different character while in the trader menu to sell stuff, and you'll find that the favorability doesn't change. So now you can just sell everything at the best price without any hoops to jump through. You can't be in the middle of a trade if you want to change characters though, so cancel or finish any trades you have before you do. And I think 5 things is good for now, so I'll leave it at that. Let me know in the comments if any of these helped you out, and please Please share any tips you might have learned on your own adventures in the comments below, because Baldur's Gate 3 is a huge game and there's no way that any one person will know everything about it. Like I said earlier, I'll make more of these as I find new tricks, and I'll be putting together a gear guide for items I've found that other players might have missed on their own playthroughs, so look forward to those. But in the meantime, like the video if you liked the video, dislike it if you disliked it, and until next time, I'm Space Coconut, and you're welcome.